Alright, it's pre-release weekend, so let's crack open this Kaldheim Prerelease pack and see what we got. We'll be trying to build a deck. Hopefully we get some good cards. Looking through the spoilers, this is a pretty sweet set. Got a lot going on. Snow, Foretell. Should be pretty interesting what we can do. Smooth sleeve. Got a white spin down. Our promo is Yorn, God of Winter. Pretty good. That'll be a fun one to build around if we can get there. But otherwise, here's our packs. Let's get to cracking. Move things out of the way. As usual, I'll be putting things in piles by color. Kind of look over them briefly as I do that. Valor of the Worthy, So-So Enchantment, Ledjara Kinseekers. Probably one of the better changelings, because you can probably get there most of the time to have 3 creatures that share creature type. And 4 mana 2/4 is okay, so could be useful. Cinderheart Giant, 7 mana 7/6. Hard to want this card in a set with Foretell, right? You'd rather play a 7-drop that has Foretell rather than just a straight up 7-drop. Masked Vandal, yeah, one of the better ones. It's like disenchant on a stick, and you don't even need disenchant all the time. So 2 mana 1/3, good blocker. Priest of the Haunted Edge. It'd be nice if it wasn't sorcery speed, but it is. So really, -2, -2, -3, -3 most of the time. Not great, but will probably end up being useful. Squash. Would love to play this card in the Giants deck. But otherwise, 5 mana for 6 damage is okay. 5 mana 5/5. Yeah, that's all it is. Bind the Monster. This one will be interesting. Because 1 mana removal spell, more or less. But it does hurt. Stormhand Courser. 3 mana 2/2 flying's already fine. If you can get the discount, it's useful. Scorn Effigy. This will be a fun one. Foretell 0. Great in the multiple spells deck. Make a colorless pile. Vega the Watcher, our first gold card. This one should be good. It's the Foretell payoff. Kaya's Onslaught, one of the better combat tricks. Would be fun to get this off, right? Foretell, and then on the following turns, +1/+1 and double strike for 1 mana. Not bad. Herald, the elf payoff. Not that many warriors come to mind, so really it's just for elves. Search for Glory, one of the dud rares, but maybe we can make use of it. I don't know, because even at 3 mana to search for a legendary card or saga or snow permanent, doesn't seem that useful. Maybe if I can reliably gain 3 life of it, but I don't know, not liking it already. Snow-covered plain, human warrior. You gotta make more space. Let me put rares here, and we'll put snow-covered there. Tokens we don't need. Right, Immerstrom Raider, kind of like Fissure Wizard from Zendikar Rising, could be useful, but 2 mana 2/1's okay. Another Valor of the Worthy, another Ledjara Seekers in the same order. Horizon Seeker, if I can get a land once, it's okay, but not too great because the land goes to hand, so it's kind of like drawing a card. Koma's Faithful, I'm not too sure about the mill theme in this set. I mean, there's only a few mill cards, but I don't know, it could be useful. But 3 mana 3/1 lifelink, still fine. They do have to deal with it, but most of the time they'll probably block it with a 2/1 or 1/1 token or something. Another Courser. White's looking okay. Smashing Success, that's not very useful. Infernal Pet. Looking through the spoilers, black didn't have that many good uncommons or commons that I liked, except for like this one and the other one that gets Menace. So keep an eye out on black. Mistwalker, it's a fine card. 1/4 for 3 and it flies and it's changeling. So could be useful because blue-red is giants, right? Tribes will randomly come up. Shimmer-Drift Veil. This will be good if I go like 3-color, 4-color snow. Rune Crowned. No runes yet, so... Oh, speaking of which, there's Rune Immortality. But that's definitely one of the weaker ones. Don't really care for Death Touch all that much. At least it cantrips. Rootless U. 5 mana 5/4 is fine, and it does have a relevant ability. If I have like 1 6 power or 6 toughness creature, it's probably useful. Ooh, Redain, God of Worthy. That's a good one. And another snow-covered plain. So it looks like we want to be white, at least, right now. This is one of the better rares in white, anyway. 3 mana, 2/3 Vigilance is already fine. The taxation effects don't really matter. This is actually pretty good, just the prevent 1 of that damage, and then the taxing the spells that target you, or permanents you control. This will be useful. Snow-covered plains, Elf Warrior. It's definitely white now, maybe white-green. We have a removal spell in red, a removal spell in blue. Let's see, Doomscar Oracle, the second spell payoff. 2 life, meh. Pilfering Hawk, not high on this one because it takes snow to loot, and 2 mana 1/2 flyer isn't that great. Tormentor's Helm, it is a cheap equipment, and it's pretty aggressive. I like this one, but if I'm not in an aggressive deck, not too great, but it's like a short sword with upside, although it costs red, right? Jaspera Sentinel, yeah, not that great. One of a weaker mana dork. Reach will hardly matter. Village Rites, an okay value card if you like block sack or it's targeted by removal anyway. Iron Verdict, pretty good, mainly because of Foretell. Just because you don't have to hold up 3 mana on combat. Dog Pursuit, it's okay. I mean, if I need to play it, I'll probably play it. Run Ashore, 6 mana. It's pretty good, but 6 mana is pretty expensive. I mean, usually spells like this I end up playing anyway, but not happy about it. But usually when the situation comes up, the value's there. Way Down, pretty good removal. The first one's good, the second one not so much, just because it's all the same resource, right? Your graveyard. Blizzard Brawl. Prey Upon with upside. It's a fun one. Hopefully I can make use of some of these removal cards. They're starting to come in, right? Skemfar Elderhall. Green-black. Again, one of the weaker uncommon lands in this cycle. Just because by the time I have 5 mana, or really 6 mana to use it, the -2/-2 isn't as useful. Return Upon the Tide. Not too many Reanimator theme things here, so I'm not happy about that one. Serulf is the rare. Realm Eater. Icaros, and I don't think the second ability will come up all that much, but it'll probably force the opponent to play around it, so it's a fun one. Snow-covered mountain. Ooh, foil woodland chasm. It's already kind of looking like, oh, maybe green-black. Maybe green blue-black Sultai? We'll see. We'll see. Got 2 good green-black rares. Well, 1 green-black-blue one, so green one, and then 1 good white rare. See where we're going. Cinderheart Giant. another Doomscar Oracle, another Pilfering Hawk, another Helm, Icehide Troll. Double Snow is pretty hard to pay. Yeah, especially since I have, what, 2 white snow lands. I have the one where I pick, and the green-black one. Not too happy about that one. Draugr Recruiter. The Boast is pretty good, even though it's 4 mana to raise dead. It's, if they can't block it effectively, it's like value, right? Frostbite is good removal. Augury Raven, great to foretell and play on turn 3. I'm all for that card. Codespell Cleric. I mean, I guess in the aggressive deck, it wants this for its own ability. So maybe Funeral Longboat. It's an okay card. Svella Ice Shaper, that's a fun one. Just to create mana lists all the time, and if I can hit the 8 mana, then that would be fun, but more of an EDH card, I think. Frenzied Raider, whenever you boast, but 2 mana 2/2 is the downside, or the floor, I should say. Not bad. Vengeful Reaper. Doesn't feel great, but if you do foretell it, feels a little better, because 4 mana 2/3 flying, Death Touch Haste doesn't feel like a good rate. Crippling Fear. So if I can hit 2 things, that's pretty good. 1 thing doesn't feel great. It's more of a sideboard card, I want to say. But I guess if I can reliably hit 2 things on my opponent's side of the board, I'll want to play it. Arctic Tree Line. So we have green-white and green-black for the dual lands. That could be useful. Feeling confused on what to build right now. Beskir Shieldmate. Good fun value card. 2/1. Makes a 1/1 when it dies. Carfell Harbinger. Can ramp for instants and sorcery spells. These cards are usually pretty good, I think. They usually end up being better than you think they are. And 2 mana 1/3 that blocks pretty well. Guardian Gladewalker. The floor is a 2 mana 2/2, but late game you can pump something else up. So pretty good. I have a couple of changelings now, so this is useful. Skull Raid, that's a fun one. Because late game it could be draw 2, mid game it's like discard and draw. And foretell helps a lot. Roots of Wisdom. Kind of useless unless you're an elves, and even then, I don't even think I want to play this card. Smashing Success. Kennel Master, one of the better 5-drops in black. Because you can get that ability off most of the time, I think. And it's pretty annoying, right? Because what do you do? Not block? Or force a chump block? Pretty good. Stalwart Valkyrie. This is a fun one. Because 4 mana 3/2 flying is already not bad. But if you can get it for 2, has its uses. Mistwalker, another Infernal Pet. Fall of the Imposter. Yeah, I don't like this one. Just because if you have no creature, it does nothing. And then the 3rd chapter, like if they have no creatures, it does nothing. Or if like I want to get rid of something on their side of the board, I have to wait 3 turns or 2 more turns after playing this. So not too high on it. Poison the Cup, great removal. Furja, Judge of Valor. Could get some good card draw. I don't think I'll have to worry about milling myself. 5 mana 2/4 lifelink. Doesn't seem that strong, but pretty good art. In Search of Greatness. I don't remember this card. Let me take a second to read it. Oh. So worst case, I'm just scrying 1 all the time. But if I have a 2-drop, I can play a 3-drop for free. I guess I run out of gas pretty fast. I guess the scry 1 makes up for it. Not too sure how to evaluate this card, especially like you kind of want this on turn 2, but there's some good 2-drops and foretells a thing. I don't know. Snow-covered island. Alright, last pack. Some good diversity. Normally, I think by pack 5 I would know where I'm going direction-wise, but not too sure. Maybe green, black, blue. Looks like white seemed to dry up, so probably be going for Sultai of some sort. Scary Firewalker is a good one. 3/2, the Boast only costs 1. Another Valor-worthy. Depart the Realm, good bounce effect. Foretell for it to be cheaper later. Has its uses. Another Raider, another Troll, another Recruiter, another Frostbite, another Raven, another Cleric, another Rune of Mortality, another Rootless U, the alternate art Savella Ice Shaper, Egon, God of Dead. This is pretty good. I don't know how many times I would want to like play this though, because if I don't have a graveyard, it just dies. But I guess I draw a card. So worst case, it's a blocker for a turn, and then I draw a card. Whereas the other side, Throne of Death, I'm just milling a card though. Should be interesting. Maybe I can make something out of this. I don't know. Snow-covered island. Ooh, Toski Bear of Secrets foil. That's a fun one. 4 mana for 1/1, indestructible. Like, I guess it has to be blocked every turn. Like, even if they swing out, I have this. And the first turn it can block, so. So let's look at some things. As far as snow-covered lands, or I guess lands in general. Funeral Boat, I'm definitely not playing, right? Rune Crown, I do have 2 of the black runes. If I do go like green, black, blue, it might be okay. Because if I go 3-color, because my pre-release promo is Sultai, I have some good green, black rares. I could just splash blue for Yorn, right? If I really want this. But if, I guess I don't need a force array, it can just be a green rare. Just because I wouldn't really want this all that much. I mean, it could, if I have enough snow, right, I guess. So maybe green, black, a bunch of green, black rares. So let's just, we'll do this methodically. I mean, we do have the green, black land. We have this green, black land. Scorned Effigy's not bad. So right now, we're kind of not looking at these snow lands. I'm just kind of looking at these. Maybe 2 blue, 1 red, 2 white. Huh. Scorned Effigy's not bad. So we'll just go through each color, kind of find what we think is playable, and go from there. I guess we kind of have to categorize things, like for the double spell deck. A lot of these cards probably fit well into it. Iron Verdict, and we do have a lot of multiples. I mean, I might be able to, like okay, I guess every single white card fits well into the double spell deck. But it's not a whole lot of impact. It wants to be aggressive. I mean, we have 2 Frostbites. I mean, maybe despite the rares, we just go white-red aggro double spell. But what's the top end, right? Not much right now. But if I can get Code Spell Cleric, Shieldmate, I mean, it sounds good, but white isn't doing too much. So unless I'm aggressive, I don't want really anything from white, unless it's that one rare I have, and maybe Kai's Onslaught. Oh, an Iron Verdict. So 2 cards that are more normal, mid-rangey, and the rest are kind of aggressive. So it's a weird spot to be in. Blue, on the other hand, we do have a Raven, which is nice. Depart the Whelm is good. Mistwalker's fine. Another Raven. Don't like the Hawk. Run Ashore's a maybe. There's another Mistwalker. We have 2 of these guys. And Bind the Monster. Got some good playables in blue. So just filter out Pilfering Hawk. All these cards are like not bad, honestly. Ooh, this is gonna be tough, right? Because Augury Raven is good to foretell. Mistwalker's not bad, it's a flyer. Changeling, same with Lejaric Kinseekers. I do have a bunch of blue and green changelings, so that could be relevant. And Bind the Monster, Depart the Realm. Oh, a lot of playables. I think this set has a lot of playables in general. Rune of Mortality, Draga Recruiter is good. Poison the Cup is great. Infernal Pet, Kennel Master, Skull Raid, wow. Like, all these cards I'm looking at, they're all like, not bad, right? I mean, Return Upon the Tide, okay, I can pass on that. Way Down is good. Dogged Pursuit's a maybe. Village Rites is a maybe. There's the other rune. The other Infernal Pet. Where did I put it? Come as Faithful is, I guess, a maybe. And Priest of the Haunted Edge is a maybe as well. I guess to kind of look into the 3-color deck, Poison the Cup, Kennel Master, Skull Raid. I mean, could be a little control-y. There was good spells in blue as well. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Let's take a look at the double color ones. Herald. So these cards, I mean, green, white, black is an option just because we have the green-white land as well. So I guess I can keep an eye on that. Just splash white for the white rare, and maybe for Furja. That is something to keep in mind. Red does have Frostbite. Smashing Success is a definite no, but a lot of these cards again are pretty playable, except Cinder Giant. There's the other Smashing Success. Another Raider. Squash is good. I mean, even if I just jam this with all the white cards, would it be playable? The curve is so low. No card advantage. If I fall behind, I'm just dead, right? But if I'm ahead, I'm ahead. So I guess if all else fails, I just jam red, white. Let's look at green. This is okay. Ice-Hide Troll's like a maybe. Roots of Wisdom's a no. Gladewalker's a yes. Maybe, yes. No. Yes. Yes. Maybe. Yes. Right. So green, a little lighter. But I guess we make up for it with all these green rares we have. So again, I guess I should open this up. do something I don't normally do while filming and grab a couple penny sleeves to sleeve up the foils. Whether or not they're worth anything, I don't want to smudge them up too much. Okay, rares. Serulf, Crippling Fear, Search of Greatness, Egon, God of Dead, Toski, and Yorn. Untap each snow permanent you control. I mean, 3 mana, 3/3, bottom line, right? And it untaps itself, because he is a snow creature. Untaps lands. So, relevant, right? Since we do seem to have a lot of playables, maybe the goal is just to play every rare. Let's start there. Green, black, splash white. So let's take away blue, red for now. Gonna look at what we got going on. So for sure, Yorn, because it's 3 mana, 3/3. Toski, it is card draw. And like, I don't know. It is a funny card though. I guess it does nothing when behind. Like if I'm behind, I top deck this. It'll block one turn, and the other turns they'll just keep blocking it with their 2/2 or something, and they keep it pressuring my life total. So maybe not Toski. Egon, God of Dead. This is a bad draw engine for Throne of Death. Egon, God of Dead, though. 3 mana, 6/6 Death Touch. I do have a couple mill cards and a reanimating thing, so I think we can make this work. In Search of Greatness. I mean, scrying one every turn. It's not terrible. This is a maybe. Crippling Fear can be good. Serulf, another 3 mana, 3/3. So that's good. Redain, we're going to try to splash for. Search of Glory is currently a no. So right now, 2 non-creature spells. I guess Redain most of the time will be the Protector Shield. So we have 3 creatures, 3 non-creature spells. Green, black, splash white. And in terms of double colored things, maybe Furja, Herald. I don't think we want Fall of the Imposter, but we'll put it over there for now. The rest of these are not on color. Shimmerdraft Vale, Skemfar, Elder Hall. These 2 snowlands are great. Scorn Effigy is good in a 3-color deck. 2 snow-covered plains. I guess 3 white symbols is enough. Rune Crown. How badly do I want to put Death Touch on this? We have a lot going on, so we'll put that in the maybe pile for now. Let's look at green. So looking for non-creature spells. Blizzard Brawl. That's all she wrote. If I wanted to mill myself, I do have Roots of Wisdom. I guess the bottom line is I can draw a card if I don't mill if I don't have any targets. So keep an eye on that for Egon. But for now, way down is good. Again, I'm not sure if I want Rune. Poison the Cup for sure. Skull Raid. Dogged Pursuit is a maybe, and so is Return Upon the Tide. Problem is, like, I'm taxing my graveyard, so maybe not. And I don't have that many elves, actually. Just a couple shapeshifters. Guess if I'm splashing white, I don't need to really look here. Yeah, because nothing really sticks out except for Iron Verdict. 3 white sources would be more than enough if I'm just splashing white for Valkmira. But since I have 3 white sources anyway, maybe Iron Verdict. More removal, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Skull Raid is not removal, and neither is In Search of Greatness. Other removal spells we might have. Nothing else. Do I want Furja? Put one in your hand and the rest in the graveyard. Herald. So in terms of creatures, I don't know if we can get Egon online reliably. So we'll put him to the side for now. We don't want to force a bad mill theme. So we'll just look for good creatures, right? Even if Herald whiffs, he's still a 3 mana, 3/2 menace. And we do have shapeshifters to find. Put this aside. Because we do have Masked Vandal. Horizon Seeker is a warrior. Shapeshifter. We currently have nothing that has power toughness 6. Unless we get Herald. Or sorry, Egon. So might have to play Grizzled Outrider or Icehide Troll. We do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 snow sources. So that is something to consider. I guess we don't need the runes because we're not playing the Helm, because we're pretty good on non-creature spells. But Draga Recruiter is great. Karfell Kennelmaster. Vengeful Reaper's okay. This is an elf. Infernal Pet? Like, if I get the second spell off once, I'm pretty happy, right? Let's see where we're at. I mean, I'm not feeling too good about it, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 creatures and 8 non-creature spells. You can do that, maybe. That makes it 14 and 8, and maybe one more creature. My options are Koma's Faithful, Grizzled Outrider, Icehide Trolls. Let's see what our curve looks like. Non-creature spells first. Skull Raid, Divine Verdict, Poison the Cup, Way Down, Blizzard Brawl, Crippling Fear. And we're going to call this because most of the time we're going to want it here. But I guess if we're in a pinch, we have this. As far as creatures, let's put this aside for now. Infernal Pet, Vengeful Reaper, Kennelmaster. Oof, things are pretty expensive. Oh, 3 and 4 drop tribal. So, we need a way to live to our 3 and 4 drops, right? Fortunately, right, because Jaspera Sentinel would be good if we had more cheaper things. Don't want to look at white because we're just splashing for white. Put that aside. This is tough. Dogged Pursuit. Do we want Egon? Egon doesn't do anything. Our 3-drops are pretty stacked. Coma's Faithful for lifelink. Grizzled Outrider to stay in the game. Is Ice Hide Troll better than Infernal Pet? I don't think so. It's going to be really hard for me to double spell. But, man. Don't have a lot going on in these colors. And I'm at what, 22 cards? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. If I wanted one more creature, what would it be? I don't think I'm playing Toski. It would just have to be another 3 or 5 drop. I guess maybe I play the Sentinel. Best case is it blocks. Just to have some more early game. It is an elf for Herald. Yeah. I mean, this is what I might build in terms of snow. Besides the lands, I have... nothing, so Yorn is really just a 3-mana 3/3 that untaps lands. Guess that's okay. The goal is to live to turn 3, I guess. But this is probably the deck I would build. I don't think Rune of Mortality is correct. I mean, I guess it does cantrip. But even on turn 2, if I'm playing this on a land, I don't feel good. Maybe Coma's Faithful. I have no targets for Rootless U. Yeah. And then these would be my lands for great fixing and splash potential. Yeah. Doesn't feel great. Maybe it'll perform better in person. But I'll post the deck list. I'll post the pool. Let me know what you guys would build. And yeah.